Hey Table Talk community. So it has been a while since I have released a vlog. Lots of big and crazy life changes happened in the past couple months. To start with the biggest one of them all, I am no longer engaged. It's a strong start to the video, I know, but I had to kind of break the news so that the rest of the video can make sense. There is no story time. There is no 75-part TikTok drama. That's it. So if you are here for drama, then click out of this video because that is not what this platform is here for. This sucks. Okay. The reason why I started this YouTube journey in the first place is because I've always had a love for documenting and filmmaking and video editing and just storytelling in general. If my story or my voice or my vessel of a being can help inspire one person in this lifetime, then I consider that a life well lived. But having this platform and sharing these glimpses of my life with you all is a very vulnerable thing for me and anyone really who documents their life on social media to do. Now, I'm not a major celebrity whose divorce or breakup would make tabloid headlines, and I'm not a major influencer with millions of followers who would be speculating my every little move. And at the end of the day, there is no need to overshare these parts of my life. I could very well just resume making content per usual and have people speculate my life behind the scenes and see my new living situation and kind of come to conclusions on their own terms. But in navigating this journey, I've learned through therapy that it is very hard for me to balance between creating content about my life, and creating content has always been a form of creativity and art for me. I never really thought of going through the influencer route. It's always stemmed from my love of editing and storytelling. But it's really hard for me to find the balance between creating without compromising myself. But as all tortured artists must feel, how can we create art without just bearing our souls completely? I don't know how to do that. I do this, all of this, because I believe that there is strength in vulnerability and showing up as your most authentic self, especially in a world now full of AI and just a bunch of curated content that you see online. I think authenticity is very rare, but I truly believe that by living as your most authentic self, you can just make the world a better place. But because this was such a big part of my life, literally 7 years of my 20s, and because it involves other people, I am choosing to keep the details of this part of my life private out of respect for everyone involved. And I can only hope that you can understand that. I've thought long and hard about how I would continue to create content about my life, because I kept thinking, how can I continue to create content about my life when my life quite actually feels like it is falling apart? This past summer, you may or may not have noticed through my Instagram or my YouTube videos that I filmed that I've been bouncing around quite a lot through different sceneries and environments, and that is because I was staying with my friends and family until I could figure out a new living situation for myself. Thus comes TJ. Loyal subscribers may or may not recognize him from past videos that are now archived for privacy reasons, but he is my bestie of 6 to 7 years now, whose life also seemed to implode on the same timeline as mine. He has also given me the okay to personally disclose that he is also going through a divorce, and our ongoing joke has been that no one is safe from men out here, not even the men. So we're just in this together. We decided to become roomies and trauma bond, but also because in this economy, who can afford to live on their own? Not me. In love, in life, in my career path, I actually have no idea what I'm doing at all. And if I look like I have it all together on social media, I don't. Social media always only shows you the highlight reels of someone's life, and that's not just with content creators, that's with everyone in general. So the reason why I'm making this video is to just show you guys I am a 28-year-old girl who is still trying to figure it all out. And I constantly beat myself up every single day because I feel like I need to have it all figured out but I don't. I mean, there are people my age who are getting married, expecting their first kid, getting a house, and I'm just here trying to get by. But as my therapist says, no one ever has it all figured out. And she's right. We as humans are constantly trying to figure things out no matter what age you are. First-time parents have no idea what they're doing. Couples who are planning their weddings for the first time have no idea how to start budgeting for it or who to contact. And someone starting a new successful job are not going to know what to do on their first day when they clock in. And when it comes to home buying, you're figuring that out as you go. And don't even get me started on filing taxes every single year. The point is, everyone is always trying to figure things out. And there's nothing wrong with that. Social media does such a pretty job of painting the perfect picture of everyone's lives. And that is because no one documents the lows. You only see the highest of highs, which is natural. Why would you want to post tragedies or obstacles or downfalls in your life? And I'm just tired of pretending that I have it all together, because I don't. And with what I do, needing to sit in front of a camera and smile, even with acting, still in front of the camera. But at least with acting, it's easier because you're like slipping into another character. Whereas with this is me. It's been hard needing to like sit in front of a camera every day and just smile like everything has been fine when it hasn't been. So yeah, just wanted to keep it real with you guys. I changed my career again within this past year. I went from becoming monetized on YouTube to then thinking, what's the next thing other than hitting 100,000 subscribers? And that was to pursue acting as a full-time career. And that is something that I'm figuring out as well. And I've been loving it. I know that acting is something that I am so passionate about and something that I genuinely want to pursue as a career. But this love life thing, this has probably been one of the hardest challenges that I've ever had to deal with in life. It's like another form of grief that I'm working through in therapy after, losing my grandmom. But this is like a different form of grief. So I titled this video On My Own Again because I truly have just felt so alone for the longest time, and I was dreading the physicality of being on my own again. But the more that I went through this heartbreak, the more I realized that I truly was never alone. And that is because I had and continue to have the greatest support from my friends and family. I would not have survived this heartbreak if it were not for them. Whether it was helping me pack my things, move out of my apartment, clean out my old apartment, move into my new apartment, organize my new apartment, sending me money to make sure that I fed myself when I wasn't eating, letting me spend the night when things got really bad, or, just making sure that I got out of bed and out of the house just to get some sunshine and fresh air. There are no words. In an economy of words, there are no words to express how grateful I am to have such a good support system in my life. So, whether you're a friend of a friend, a long-term subscriber, or someone new that has stumbled upon this video, I hope that I can, be a beacon of hope or inspiration to those of you out there who also feel lost and like they have no idea what they're doing with their lives. Whether you're in your 20s like I am, your 30s, 40s, 50s, if you're older or younger, doesn't matter. If you feel lost or unhappy with where you are at in your life right now, just remember that there are no check boxes in life. There is no definitive finish line, and there are no harsh rules in life that need to be followed. We're all just out here trying to figure things out. And if you feel alone, then maybe we can figure it out together. So to recap, long-term subscribers, if you know, you know. The R in recap stands for restructure. I'm going to be restructuring how I do vlogs and how I document my life. There will be no more monthly vlogs. I kind of stopped doing that for a while now. I'm just going to vlog whenever I feel like it, and I'm going to structure it in a more productive, fun way. And that way there's no pressure on me to feel like I need to overshare about everything or everyone in my life. Kind of just restructuring how I think about privacy and documenting all relationships in my life. E stands for environment, and that is because although moving sucked and it consumed about a month of my life, I will say that being in a new environment has actually really sparked some new inspiration in me to just tackle content differently. And I have actually a lot of new content ideas that I'm really excited to execute. And I think it's because I'm in a new environment and a new headspace. The C going into that stands for content. Expect to see a lot of new places and a lot of new faces in my content, especially TJ, because he is my roommate, and living with him and his adorable little puppy. Yeah, you're gonna be seeing a lot of them on my Instagram and YouTube, so get used to it. Kind of unavoidable because we are roommates, and I've already had this discussion with him, and he's comfortable with being on camera or in certain shots if I just need to film stuff. He just told me to make sure that his hair looks okay before I point the camera at him. A stands for acting. I am still actively pursuing acting, and I actually have a lot of really exciting things in store that I cannot wait to share with you guys, and it's coming real soon. So be sure to subscribe and stay tuned, because there is big news coming with that. And lastly, P stands for pursuit of my passions, because as much as I feel like I'm struggling right now, I think the only thing that's keeping me sane is thinking what's next when it comes to booking more gigs or what's next with YouTube in terms of growth. I think that no matter what obstacles life throws my way, nothing is going to stop me from pursuing my dreams. As hard as it's been, I've just been trying to maintain a positive attitude about everything, especially when it comes to my career and actively pursuing what I want to do in life. And I only hope that you will continue on this journey with me. Anyways, thank you to Brooklinen for sponsoring this video. I'm joking. That was bad. That was really bad. This video isn't sponsored. I wouldn't do that. But me and my friends were joking around saying what if we made this video sponsored, because it's been a while since I've done a life update and we're only assuming that there will be people watching this. But no, this isn't sponsored. There's no drama here. Just love. And with that, I will see you all. I don't know. This was really, really, I can't even finish this video. This was really hard. And again, I know I don't need to overshare. It's clearly obvious that I moved from the environment and all that stuff, but I don't know. I've always updated you guys about everything. Even when I was going through the loss of my grandmom and I had to take a break from YouTube, I made a video for her. So I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm going with life. I do feel somewhat of a burden lifted off my shoulders. I don't feel like I am stunted in my creativity or content anymore. I feel like I can freely post whatever I'd like now, instead of trying to hide behind this facade that I'm okay when I'm okay. I am okay. For a majority of the days I am okay, but then there are days where I'm really, really sad. And that's life. You just got to keep going. So hopefully we can keep doing this thing together. I really appreciate the love and support, again, not just from my friends and family, but also from this amazing community. I mean, we surpassed 20,000 subscribers. That's insane. If you would have told me that a couple years ago, I wouldn't believe you. So just feeling really grateful. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.